It's some 35 minutes. What were you going to say? Some 35 minutes after 6, and we want to look at what the newspapers are reporting this morning. You've got the Ghanaian Times. Oh, the Daily Guide. Okay, start with.
Okay. Front page of the Daily Guide has a story, KKD rape saga. The inside story, part 1. So you have to wait for it. I'm sure tomorrow will be part 2. All right, and then we also have the Voice. His doctor says, Osafumafo, we just read to you the press release from the office of Yang Osafumafo. And NDC runs from Mahama Kumasi Demo. Back page, we have reinstate Kotoko coach Asante Hene orders and Jan Tigers Champions League win. Jibrin fails Whistler Krakow trials, and Tariq Jibrin used to play for Accra Zavok when he was here locally.
All right, I've got the graphic. You're done? Are you done with the... Are you done?
I'm done.
All right, let me do the graphic, the Daily Graphic newspaper. Front page, man kills 14-year-old girl over use of passageway. Remember yesterday in the news there was a 14-year-old girl who had killed her rapist, alleged rapist. This morning is another 14-year-old who has been killed over use of a certain passageway. You can read the details, but the perpetrator, alleged perpetrator, has been arrested. His name is Kofi Kwao, captured on the front page of the paper. Also, Central African states pledge support for force to crush Boko Haram. And you can see in the picture there on the front page of the Daily Graphic, President Mahama exchanging pleasantries with President Sassou Nguesso of Congo, and then the President Teodoro Obiang Nguema in Basogo of Equatorial Guinea. Very huge name if you ask me also. But the banner headline on the front page of the paper, mobile phone scam, 5 Nigerians in police grip. You can say thank God they've been arrested, because these 5 allegedly, they will send you text messages, particularly on your MTN mobile network, that you've won something. And then I don't know why sometimes we fall victim to some of these scams. They have been doing the tricks. Yeah, then they will tell you to send a scratch card, you know, like buy credits and send the details to redeem your price.
Let me see their face. I see. I get those messages too. You get them?
Yes, sometimes? I do, but I don't mind them. I just delete it. Yeah, and I think that if you haven't taken part in anything and you're told that you've won something,
it's only greedy people who go for things that are not theirs.
So just delete them. There's no free lunch, and no free lunch extends to everything.
Well, sometimes you can get free lunch.
The mobile networks will not give you something like that when they haven't announced it and you haven't taken part in it. Yeah. Let me go to the back page of the graphic. Sechre Komewu District Hospital project takes off, and Sparkle students to sign bonds. This really in connection with that behavior that was so uncalled for. We know that a student died in that. So you can read the details as captured in today's graphic. That'll be it.
All right. So front page of the Ghanaian Times has a story. Text message fraud, 5 nabbed. Then look at their faces. They're on the front page. And
what is it about their faces that
why would you be doing that?
Fast cash, man.
And they are Chidebere Uke, Chibuzo. This one I can't mention. Emmanuel Uka and OJ4 Jude and Chukuka Okide. Notorious there's another. This one, typical arm robber. He's even crying. Notorious robber grabbed at last.
But these are suspects. Just be cautious.
Who? Me?
Yes, you, Roland.
Robber. I'm reading. Notorious robber grabbed at last. We are not the people say. We are reviewing the newspaper. President Denis Sassou Nguesso Pascal Lesoba Congo holds talks with, that's the president holding talks with Equatorial Guinea leaders as well as Congo. You know, president is chairman of ECOWAS, so he's allowed to hold talks with all the leaders. Workers on circular interchange protests their conditions of service. We also have CMB Amasaman bus project ready, and speed up Tetekwashi Bridge project according to minister. Well, this one, the minister went to inspect it. Oh.
He went to inspect what?
The bridge. Have you?
Which bridge is that?
You know, there's this steel bridge there.
Oh, the one they're building.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
So was it part of the initial plan? I've been asking
No,
myself.
it was
We're talking about the
It's an afterthought.
Tetekwashi.
You know, like we always do things in Ghana. After.
Because you know, sadly,
Even Tetekwashi, for example, there's no point you're coming from the Spinters Road. You have to go through another roundabout before you descend. Ideally, those who are coming from the Spinters Road, who would be going either way, they should be heading straight to. And then those who will be getting straight to the N1 should be heading straight to the N1. You see. We travel every day, we're going to Dubai, but nothing. It's serious.
you know, and
you know the white people, they started building the tubes in New York, etc. in 1800s. For us, we still haven't started. If we start digging, by 100 years time, we would have had tubes.
but you know, our leaders travel a lot, eh? They travel past.
That's a getaway holiday place.
Yeah, I mean, but do they just see what exists elsewhere? Just like copy and come and paste here. That's what we are asking for. But sadly, a friend's wife died. A car knocked her down. This will be maybe 4 or 5 years back, and then
Around.
to think that the same place where they're building the footbridge, you know,
Because she was.
the Tetekwashi, she was crossing the road. Sadly, very beautiful woman. Very, very sad incident. And yeah, here we are. Let me do the Chronicle. Yeah.
Do.
Okay. The Chronicle front page: government sleeps on falling oil price. Police grateful to all. This is not the time for dirty tribal politics. You can read Ebo Kwanzaa's piece in the Chronicle. Also, NDC plays 419 on police. Chickens out of demo. You can read the full details of this one, but there's a picture of the IGP that's accompanied by this particular headline. Back page: Mensha orders. Roland, listen to this. Mensha orders Kotokobo to reinstate Dramani. Yeah?
I'm really not a fan of this coach. Kotoko is my team, but Masood Dramani.
Yeah, but who owns the club?
for?
NLA introduces tech-driven games on Ghanaian markets, and Hass must turn to Juju. Hey, for solution, Mohammed Al Hassan is saying this. He's an ex-Heart supporter. He claims the club is spiritually weak and has urged leadership to consult shrines.
In local football, do you know what they call it?
No.
Ways and means.
To turn around the downward spiral on the Ghanaian fight. Oh my God. Did he actually say this?
2 on 1, 2 on 1.
Okay, yeah, that's some local sports news for you.
Ghana. The Finder. There's a video on YouTube. A top player of the Black Stars was spreading powder when we were going to play Cote d'Ivoire, but we still lost again though.
Maybe the spreading was for us to lose.
He jogged, but we lost. So
if you don't,
the powder didn't work.
I tell you what, if you don't play well, you will not win. That's all.
And you know, back in the day when I was growing up in Ashaiman, when we were playing local from Interco,
okay,
schools. Yeah. A friend of mine, he played one of the Premier League clubs in Ghana. I think went professional too. I saw him with a lizard scar. Yeah.
What was it?
No, when I asked his side, what
was it supposed to do?
And he scored that day though. So that day it worked. Yeah, sometimes.
So it works sometimes.
Yeah. A front page of the Finder. Drug baron slips back. He arrived in Ghana on February 13, 2015. And we have rapist, robber and notorious criminal nabbed. 5 Nigerians busted for SMS. Why is it that when it comes to Nigerians, we are quick to say 5 Nigerians? These are Ghanaians. Why didn't you say 2 Ghanaians, two Ghanaian rapists, robber and blah, 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 blah? Why is it that when it comes to Nigeria, why is it we are quick to say 5 Nigerians? These are Ghanaians.
Okay, but we didn't say Ghanaian rapists.
It's so much unfair, really.
Okay, but I guess it could also be because, you know, we're in Ghana. So, for instance, you don't tell anybody...
So that we distinguish who...
You don't tell anybody, Roland, that you're Ghanaian because everybody knows that you're Ghanaian. Right. But once there's a foreigner in your midst, it's, you know, whether you like it or yes, some form of...
Robbers invade cantonment under the watch of G4S security. And we're talking about the drug baron who has slipped. Apparently is the incarcerated boss of Sohin Security. And we know they're in charge of security at the airport. And he's a person of Solomon Adelakwe, who was jailed in the US for heroin trafficking and is back in Ghana after serving his 24-month jail term. He was jailed for only 24 months because he cooperated with investigations, and apparently he slid into the country unnoticed after having served his jail term. And the finder, as usual, journalist Kokonsa, bringing the story for us.
Let me do BNFT. Okay, so I guess we're turning attention to some business newspapers now. STC, this is the BNFT. STC reels under debts. But didn't we know this, Roland? Okay, except that we probably didn't know how deep or how much. So the paper is reporting the details.
It's worth reporting, I guess.
Yeah, oh, definitely. Definitely. I mean, it's just a sad situation of STC, isn't it? Anglo Gold vows to only sell mines for full value, says the CEO, and 30 ex-mental patients start businesses. Yeah, but they've been selling. Or what?
Mine. They're selling their mine. All right.
Okay, so so the report is that they are under no pressure to sell assets, and will only do so for full value. That's essentially what the paper is reporting. But also this story about 30 stabilized mentally ill people belonging to 2 associations in the northern region have received some 5,000 Ghana cedis to start a trade. This is good news. Really, really good. Okay, so amongst the other headlines on the front page of the BNFT, back page, PwC's business school to help SMEs, Kasapreko boss commended for deepening Ghana-Nigeria trade ties, and Beige Capital supports, this is Gasak? Okay, you can read the details in the paper. Yeah.
Okay, so let's start talking about debt. Let's start with the front page of the Business Week. Public debt apparently hits record high, 61.1%. We'll be discussing that on this very show, I guess, the last couple of days. We also have BOG seeks to cap rising interest rates, and those are the stories on the front page of the Business Week. On the front page of the Economy magazine, we have cedi depreciation slows, and you had Abigail Adomaquin going to town with that and asking the Forex Bureau operators why that is that. And we're told that as far as import is concerned, a lot more cedi is needed currently by importers because they may have imported prior to Christmas, and so now the demand is quite high, and so the Bank of Ghana, I guess, is trying to restrict they're trying to mop up and try to see that they don't get a lot of dollars getting out of the system.
Have their strategies worked so far?
I don't know. I think it's wrong not to be giving the dollars out if the people have dollars in the account. So just release
it's
them.
absolutely wrong.
Ghana records 257 million US dollar trade deficit for January. And
what does it mean?
It means that as in trading with our partners, we fall short of 257. But it means that they exported a lot more to our country, less than we did.
Okay, that's not new, is it?
That's very sarcastic. Well, typical of you. I forgive you your sins.
Yeah, well, right. I think okay. This is sports, but I'll leave it because we've got detail.
Who say right? You know right.
You know the question that I asked about where Nkrumah was
at the time. He was in Hanoi.
Oh, don't say it. I wanted somebody. Okay, but I think I still got my response because I gave you up to 6:30 and it's now 6:49. So let me tell you what people have been saying. It's interesting. This is Facebook.com. And in the early morning hours of 24th February 1966, Ghana's armed forces, with the cooperation of the National Police, took over government in Operation Cold Chop. Where was Nkrumah when he was overthrown? And Kese Clement says, I don't know. Richard Kwekwa Samoa says, sad today. Okay, he's describing the leaders after Nkrumah.
We're asking you a specific question. Where was he? You are describing leaders.
Okay, listen to Opon Loy says he was in abroad.
Yeah, okay.
Fred Jam says in Crawford in the Western region. Parkway Sivan P says exile Bisano. Ninyem Paul says okay, so this is Paul from Garu says Kwame Nkrumah was on a peace talk between Vietnam and Hanoi. Don Skifo says he was in Ethiopia. Nana Mwako says Vietnam. And Barrister Ayuba says, and that was the beginning of a shameful and fruitless struggle. Papa Kwesi Kome says, oh, are you really sure about your answer? Hanoi is in Vietnam. Okay, so he's responding to something that somebody...
Yeah. Because I was just about to say that Hanoi is in
Listen,
Vietnam.
I love all of you, but I guess per the history, the things we've read, if I've got a gift, it would definitely go to the person who said Hanoi, isn't it?
Yeah, two people say Hanoi, but one didn't mention it right. The first didn't mention it right.
Is it the one? Wait, the one who says peace talk between Vietnam and Hanoi?
Yeah, Hanoi is just a city, right?
Yeah, but was it a peace talk? What does your history say?
He went to attend a non-aligned conference.
Okay, so Paul Ingaru, you're my winner. I don't know. Listen, when I asked the question, I didn't have anything to give. So let's see what happens before night.
She actually doesn't have. I have something to give though.
But look at Paco, he says, Exalbisano.
Exalbisano. All right. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to invite into the studio Baba Tando to give us detailed sports, and you know that Nemanja Vidic nearly had Matic, Nemanja Matic nearly had his leg broken into pieces by bands of Burnley over the weekend.
Yeah.
And even though 4 incidents in the match were critical for us Chelsea fans, well, the referee just Atkinson didn't think it was crucial enough. And come and see anti-Chelsea fans always insulting us. I don't know, sir. Why are you guys doing that? Okay, so next we have all the sports.
Attention seekers. We've got the sports here. I think there's some Champions League action later. Today's Tuesday, isn't it?
Tuesday,
but my producer, Abla De Souza, put something on Facebook. I wanted to surprise you all with it if you haven't seen it. And guess what? It's not opening.
The thing just won't boot.
Yeah.
When it does.
But I'll share it with you when I get it. Yeah.
Do stay on. We'll be right back with sports.
Charlie.